So what is the 2025 real estate market going to bring? Well, we know it's going to bring some changes. Some of them started last year, and some of them are just starting to show some early signs. If you think 2025 is going to be the time for your next move,
you're going to want to see this.
let's get into it. So if we're meeting for the first time, hello, my name is Alex, and I'm your friend in real estate in Nashville, and I love bringing great content just like this, telling you what's going on in a hyper-local way in my hometown. I am one of those unique people that is actually from here. Less than single digits, less than 10% of people that live in Middle Tennessee are actually originally from here. So we tease about that we are your center square on your bingo card. That's a Southern joke. If you don't get that yet, when you get here, you will. But we are thrilled that you are with us today and that we get to talk to you about the 2025 housing market. So
let's get into it.
So what is the 2025 housing market going to bring? Well, the past few years have been crazy. All the way back to the pandemic, we went through a real estate market that we have never seen before, with new habits and things and having to mask and be distant and just all the things that was just not that long ago, y'all. It was just a few years ago. Well, we went through that kind of market, and then we went through the lack of inventory. And then, and most recently in the past few years, we've gone through a very high mortgage rate environment, which has caused a lot of people to sit and wait and watch and see what's going to happen. So what will 2025 bring? Well, first of all, one of the first things we think of 2025 is it's going to be a little bit more balanced, right? We've had the shift away from the incentivized, crazy, all-time, lifetime lows of real estate, of mortgage rates. And now we're going to start to see a little bit more of a balanced market, not a seller's market, not a buyer's market, but we're going to see things just start to rise just a little bit. And we're going to see that there's going to be some more inventory than we've had in the past few years. The pressure of life is causing people to go ahead and start to move, right? Why do people move? They move for a couple specific reasons: to be closer to family, closer to work, quality of life. All those things are starting to get some of those people that have been sitting on those really great low mortgage rates and being comfortable, but they've wanted to move. They actually are starting to move that. We've been having some conversations here in Nashville with some of those people that are making that move in. We've had people from all directions, from the south, from the north, from the east, from the west. Nashville is a major migration market. And so we're starting to see those people raise their hands. We had one come in town last week, and we spent a few days with them just getting started and knowing that, hey, they were ahead of the wave that needs to go ahead and make that move. So that's something that we're going to see in 2025. People are going to go ahead and go, okay, things have stabilized. We've started to see things that are actually, showing some stronger signs, and that soft landing that we're hoping is going to happen with the market and the economy. That's been part of the problem, is that the economy's been confusing us, right? Job numbers have been great, and then they were terrible. And then we had inflation under control, and then it shot off. And so actually, we think we're going to see that soft landing start to show up. And one of the ways we're going to see that is rates are going to change a little bit, right? Rates are going to soften even more than they did last year. Now, what that means is we won't see a sustained lower average, and we're definitely not going to those 2.5 and 2.75 mortgages that were a thing of the past. They are going to be an artifact in the real estate market. And if you find one, great. But for the most part, those are, unlikely to come into our future. But we are going to see rates better than they were over last year. And we're going to have a great opportunity to find people that need to move in this balanced market, people that want to move, and we're going to find a nice win-win for everybody in the months ahead. So if you're thinking about that and have been thinking about making that move, we do have good inventory. We do have houses on the market. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. What are you thinking or hearing that the mortgage rate environment is going to be? We think it's going to be a slow, gradual decline over the year, which if you hang with us till the end, we're going to tell you our strategy about how to be in the best position to take advantage. Make sure you let us know in the comments below what you think and who you've been listening to, what you think is going to happen in the market ahead. For 2025, we think we're going to see around a 3 to 6% market appreciation. That's very, very, very conservative, typical appreciation. And we're going to see some unique things in the market. Now, that means we're going to see this balanced market. It's not going to be every house is in multiple offers like we saw during the pandemic. And, there were 40 offers and half of them were all cash and, things of that nature. We're not going to see a market like that in 2025. We are going to have some multiple offers, and we are going to have some houses that sit and fatigue on the market. So what does that mean for you? That means opportunity. Opportunity is out there. That means there's going to be more more inventory than we've had in the previous few years. So that's going to be better selection, better opportunity. And that's also going to mean that you're going to get to come to market and actually have a traditional experience. You're going to get to see houses, you're going to get to tour houses, you're going to get to negotiate a little bit, and you're going to get to go through the process. Now, that does not mean you're going to get $1 million off. It does not mean that. Nor does it mean you're going to get to come in and just drive the whole process. It's going to be a collaborative, and it's going to be a process and a market where you're going to get to work together and get a good win-win for everybody. So how do you take advantage for that? Stay with us till the end. We're going to give you our favorite tip for that. If you found value in what we've had to share today, if you have, please take advantage. Go ahead and subscribe and stay in touch with us. Again, we do this full-time for a living, and we love bringing great content like this and helping other people just like you make this move to Middle Tennessee and to Nashville. So if you found value, hit that subscribe button and we'll keep bringing great content to you. So what's next? We know the market's going to have more inventory. We know we're going to get a softening in the rate environment, and we're going to have more opportunity, better houses on the market. So where do we start? Well, that's one of the things you can actually go through. And if you're moving to Middle Tennessee, we'd love to connect with you. Me and my team have helped dozens of people just like you make Nashville home. And you can follow the link right here and actually get connected with us to get your process started. If you are moving out of market, you can actually follow that same link and we can make an introduction to one of our partners across the country that can take great care of you for the market for your next move. But what you should start doing is get connected to a great agent that can help you get started and start making the steps of going ahead. And if you're going to have a loan involved, you want to go ahead and get connected to your loan officer. You want to go ahead and start making actual application. Go ahead and get your credit pulled. People all the time, every week we talk about people, well, I'm just kind of getting started. Don't get started, get into action. You got to get ready for when the opportunity strikes so you can be in a position to go ahead and strike. You do not have to be an all cash buyer. You do need to be prepared and ready to go and have all of your things in order. Some people get started and they're like, well, I'm going to wait to find out if I can afford it until I find what I like. That's a huge mistake. Don't do that. Please don't do that. If you don't take anything away from this video today, that's the thing. Get started. Start to set up your team. Start to set up your team of your financial advisors, your legal advisors, your real estate team, your mortgage brokers. Start to get everyone aligned and get everyone set and on the same sheet of music, because that's part of your team and that's going to give you a competitive advantage over the competition, who at the end of the day is really the other buyers. It's not necessarily the person you're buying the house from. People think that all the time and get really upset about they're not doing things that I want them to do. And that's true because they're doing what they need to do for their lives. Start to build your team. Go ahead and get pre-approved. Start to figure the financial products. Just last week, we had somebody come through that was excited about a property, found the one, and they weren't ready. And because they weren't ready, they didn't get anybody to come through and they lost it. They weren't ready to move on it, to strike, and a buyer that was ready bought it out from underneath them, and now they don't want to make that mistake again, right? So go ahead and get ready, get pre-approved. You may find something that you didn't know was out there. You may find something that you've got to clean up or you've got to do some work on, and if you need to do that, now's the time to be ready. So when you see mortgage rates hit exactly that number that you want, or you find just that right house, you're ready to strike. So let us know in the comments below if 2025 is going to be your year for your next move, and we are so grateful that you're here. We love bringing great content just like this to you here on YouTube. Please do subscribe, and if we can help you here in Middle Tennessee, it'll be our honor and pleasure. So thanks for tuning in, and again, drop us a comment below. We'll see you soon on the next video. Keep on keeping on.